You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one that's intercepted.
First down,
picked off at the 49.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over first and...
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nowhere to go here. He lost the ball. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
The pass.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before. Because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up and he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, find the wrong way, get yourself second point defense, and when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it after and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
brought down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Down and 11.
Now Thompson to throw on 3rd down. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
29-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The tackle by
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Nicole Hardman, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year is
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
the quarterback taken down and sacked.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and
Thompson now throwing on 3rd and long. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back. And even then, they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Chargers 7.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
22 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
They'll set up a throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Nicole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
To throw is Thompson. On first down. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
This, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 runs in a row, but only 2.
3rd and 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The football going back to the Rams now. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, If you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage. Either run another play or clock it and start over again.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Los Angeles.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the play.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders get a score closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying. I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Space to maneuver at the 40. Takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brought down at the 20.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Thompson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And a big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 22 and a first down.
Chargers first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
A gain of 19.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you come?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2nd down.
Is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this 3rd quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll try and throw for it here. It is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 34. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
4-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Thompson on 1st and 10. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up. but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he's certainly...
And he's going to go down. Sack time around the 17.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead. Right? Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At the 22-yard line.
He's back to throw. It's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Thompson throwing on 4th down. And look at this. Big game to follow. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Recovered by the Chargers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Chargers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.